Hello students, I hope that you are good, well and fine. Today we will be seeing NCERT exercise 6.2 solutions. Okay, so let's see. So NCERT exercise 6.2 solutions. Okay, so the first question says that what is it? We have to show that this function given 3x plus 17 is increasing on R. We have to find this. Not we have to find, we have to actually show that this is what? This is your increasing function on R. So let's see. As you can easily find the first derivative, first of all, the first derivative will show you that indeed what that, or in other words, if you try to come up with alternate method, which is we will be showing with using two methods, which is using just inequalities, another method by derivation. Okay, derivatives. Okay, clear. So it will be what? See, so you know that pick any two x1 and x2 different two numbers in real numbers and in this form. Okay, in this form, then what will happen? Then it is that okay, so as you can see, the x1 is less than x2. Yes, x1 is less than x2. This means 3 times of x1 is less than 3 times of x2. Yes, indeed 3 times of x1 is less than x2. This will imply if you add 17 to both sides, you will get this expression, and this is f of x1 and this is f of x2. Okay, so this, from this you can say f is strictly increasing. But try the alternate method. In alternate method, you have to find the derivative. So f prime of x, okay, f prime of x will be what? As you can see, f prime of x is just nothing but 3. Yes, and 3 is strictly positive. So this means f prime x is positive for every x in the given interval. This means f is strictly increasing. Okay, so f is your increasing function. Simple. Okay, let us move to the problem number second. Problem number second says that show that this fx is equals to e to power 2x is increasing. So how you are going to show that? First of all, the basic thing is that find the derivative. Okay, so finding the derivative, what you will see is that 2 times of, or alternate method. Okay, I'll be giving you the solution using derivatives. Okay, let's see the derivative. F dash will be 2 times of e power 2x. Simple. And we know the output for this e power x will always be positive, so this means always positive, so this means increasing using this method. But if you try to use this method, this will be what? X1 x2, let's take x1 and x2 to any real numbers in such manner that x1 is less than x2. Just multiply to both sides, you will get the same inequality. You will get 2x1 less than 2x2. Further this will implies that the e power 2x will be less than e power 2x2. This means f of x1 is less than f of x2. Okay, why? From where we have wrote this? If you remember the logarithmic function and the exponential function, as you reach towards right side or towards the, if you move left to right, the exponential function increases. If you remember that concept, if you move left to right, then exponential function increases, means the output will be greater. That's why we wrote you are moving left to right. This means e power 2x will be less than e power 2x2. Okay, so that's why, and this is just nothing but f of x1, and this is just nothing but f of x2. Okay, okay, so that's why it is increasing. You can use the derivative concept, either you can use your normal inequality or the concept of what can you say, this concept of exponential forms, exponential function. So exponential function, you must remember that if it is increasing first of all. Okay, so when you move left to right, it increases, and e of x will give you always positive output for any x belongs to the real number. It will give you always positive output. Okay, let us move to next problem. Problem number 3. Problem 3 says that if fx is sin x, then show that it is increasing in this interval. Okay, so first of all, f prime x will be plus of cos x. F prime x is plus of cos x. Now you all know, now observe the graph, observe the cos x graph. So cos x graph from 0 to pi, 0 to pi is what? This interval 0 to pi, it is positive, so this means from this interval f prime x is positive. Okay, from 0 to pi, this means it is increasing. Now from pi by 2 to pi, as you can see, from pi by 2 to pi the output is negative, so this means f dash here will be negative, this means decreasing. And from 0 to pi, it is neither increasing nor decreasing. Why? Because half of that interval my graph output is positive and increasing, and half part of this interval 0 to pi my graph, or you can say the output, is in decreasing manner. So that's why it is neither increasing nor decreasing. Okay, as you can see the explanation also, what I have just told you, everything is written over here. So in this 0 to pi interval, cos x is positive, that's why f prime x is positive, is strictly increasing. In this interval, cos x, or this means f prime x, is negative, strictly decreasing. And from using result a and b, from a and b, it is clear that f is neither increasing nor decreasing. Okay, now fourth question, you have to find intervals such that this function is increasing and decreasing. So how? So first of all, find the f prime. F prime is 4x minus 3. And what? Now you have to see that where is your, for increasing you want this condition, and this condition only happen when x is greater than 3 by 4, and f prime is negative when x is less than 3 by 4. So the interval of increasing is 3 by 4 to infinity, as you can see, and decreasing in the interval of minus infinity to 3 by 4, as you can see. Yes, so increasing in where? 3 by 4 to infinity, and decreasing in minus infinity to 3 by 4. Okay, minus infinity to 3 by 4. I hope it is clear to you. Let us move to next, problem number 5. The problem 5 says, so let me just scroll it. Okay, now problem 5. So you have to do the same thing, that find the first derivative and analyze that first derivative expression, that when does it becomes positive, when does it becomes negative. Okay, so let's see. So f prime will be 6x square, okay, minus 6ax minus 36. Okay, now take 6 common. What you will have? 6. So you will have 6 common. Now x square minus 3, x square minus x square minus x minus 6. You will have this as your common. Now what? Now analyze this, that when, first of all, find this, the what form? The form, factorized form. So the factorized form will be, if you can directly find it, I think it will be x minus 3 multiply with x plus 2. I think this will be your okay. How? As you can see, if you put 3, okay, if you put 3, it will be 9 minus 9, which will give you 0. If it will be minus 4, sorry, minus of 2, minus 2 means 4 minus, this will become 2. So this will be 4 minus 4 will be 0. Okay. Use the quadratic formula for this form. Okay, now you can easily see, you have from this, you have what, how many points? 2. One is 3, another is minus 2. Take x greater than this, take x less than this. From using both these, you will find that your f prime will be positive. So increasing in what interval? 3 to infinity and minus infinity to minus 2, as you can see. Why? Put any number greater than 3, this will be positive. Yes, this will be positive and this will also be positive. Yes, put any number less than minus 2, this will be negative, this will be negative, and both will become positive. Okay, that's why the product will become positive, and the final output will be, the f prime will be in both of the cases will be positive, and the remaining points, which is minus 2 to 3 interval, it will be decreasing. Okay, as you can see also. So f prime x will give you this form: x multiply 6 multiply with x plus 2 multiply with 6 minus x minus 3. This gives you 3 disjoint intervals. What intervals? That minus infinity to minus 2, minus 2 to 3, and 3 to infinity. And from this, what you can give? From this, what you can give is, in minus infinity to minus 2 interval, minus infinity to minus 2 interval, if you try to observe, what will happen? It will increase, and the same will happen for 3 to infinity. It will increase. Okay, and the decreasing in f is strictly decreasing in interval minus 2 to 3. I hope that it is clear. This will follows for this. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. Okay, so so whenever you face such type of question, first of all, the first thing you have to do is that find the first derivative and analyze that when my first derivative will be positive, for what values, and for what values it will be negative. Okay, and then conclude your answer. This is it. The simple task is this. Now the sixth problem. Sixth problem is saying that find the interval in which the following function are strictly increasing and decreasing. The same thing we have to do. So let's see the solution one by one. So first expression is x square plus 2x minus 3, the simple. So for the derivative will be 2x plus 2. So derivative will be 2x plus 2. Now this means when it will be positive, as you can see, 2x plus 2, derivative is 2x plus 2. Now when it will be positive, it will be positive, as you can see, for x greater than minus 1. Yes, it will be positive for x greater than minus 1, and it will be negative for x less than minus 1. So increasing interval will be x. Whenever x is greater than minus 1, then it will increase, then otherwise it will decrease in interval x less than minus 1, as you can see also. Yes, whatever I have told, everything is written. Okay, now let us observe the second thing. Okay, I hope that it is clear. So it is increasing whenever x is greater than minus 1, and whenever x is less than minus 1, it is decreasing. Now the second part, or the expression 10x minus 6x minus 2x will be what? This is just nothing but, if you find the f prime will be what? Minus 6 minus 4x. take 2 common, minus if you want to take minus 2 common. Okay, so when it will be positive, it will be positive when, so quite simple, you have to find the f prime x whenever it is positive. So just you know the expression, it will be what, minus x minus 4 is greater than 0 when minus 6 is greater than 4x. This means x is less than minus 3 by 2. X is less than minus 3 by 2. This means that my function will be increasing, and in this interval my function will be decreasing. So increasing in this, decreasing in this. Okay, clear? Let me just show you also. So as you can see, increasing in whenever x is minus 3 by 2, as you can see, whenever x is minus 3 by 2, and decreasing whenever x is greater than minus 3 by 2, as you can also see here. Okay, now let us move to third C part. So the derivative will be what? Let me just directly say it for you. It will be minus 6x square minus 18x minus 12. You can take some common things out if you want to. So you will have minus 6 as common. So taking minus 6 as common, you will get x square plus 3x plus 2. So far so good. And now this can be rewritten or factorized at x plus 1 and x plus 2. Now what you can do is quite simple. You have minus 1 and minus 2. So take value greater than minus 1. So taking value greater than minus 1, suppose 0, 0, 0 positive. So this means your function, so this will be positive, this will be positive, but you have negative here. So this means the f prime for this will be, f prime will be negative. So far so good. Okay, clear? Okay, now what about if x is less than minus 2? If x is less than minus 2, this means what? If x is less than minus 2, then what will happen? Suppose x is less than minus 2. Less than minus 2 means this will be negative. Yes, this will also be negative. Put any minus less than minus 2 value, suppose minus 3. This means the output for this expression will be negative, negative. So negative multiply negative will give you positive, but there is also another negative there. So this means still you are getting f prime negative. So in both the cases your function will decrease. So far so good. Okay, but what about in minus 1 to minus 2 interval? Okay, now let's choose minus 1 to, now let's choose, sorry, minus 2 to minus 1. So taking in between values, you will have what? So if x is less than minus 1, less than minus 1, okay, less than minus 1, then this will be negative, as you can see, but this will be positive. Negative multiply positive will give you negative, and this negative multiply will give you positive. So this means in this interval you will have f dash positive. Okay, let us just verify if I am not getting incorrect. Okay, so this means you will have only z minus 2 to 1 minus 1, the function will be positive, behave increasing. Okay, so from you can see, also can see, whenever x is less than minus 2, f is decreasing. Yes, clear? Okay, the same thing we already got. Okay, whenever x is less than minus 2 and greater than minus 1, less than minus 2 and greater than minus 1, your function is decreasing. So function is decreasing for x less than minus 2 and greater than minus 1, but in between them you will have increasing, as you can also see here. So if x is in between them, if x is in between them, then you will have increasing. Okay, 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 I hope that it is clear to you. Now let's see the D part. Now D part says fx expression is 6 minus 9x minus x squared. This derivative will be minus 9 minus 2x. Now it will be positive. When it will be positive, It will be positive when x is less than minus 9 by 2. It will be positive when x is less than minus 9 by 2. So when x is less than minus 9 by 2, this function is increasing. When x is greater than minus 9 by 2, it will be decreasing. Okay, it will be decreasing. I hope it is clear to you. Okay. Now, simple. Now E part says this is your expression. Now first of all find the derivative. Derivative will be just a product rule. You have to apply the product rule. U multiply V, derivative will be U derivative V plus V derivative U, this thing. So this means first of all this will be untouched. The derivative of this will be 3 times multiply with 3 times x plus 1 whole square, and now plus this will be untouched. As you can see, now derivative of this will be 3 times x minus 3 whole square. This is okay. Take things common. What things can you take? The x plus 1 whole square and the x minus 3 whole square. So you will have this as common. Now inside thing will be what? 2x minus 2, 2x minus 2. As one thing is clear, 3 is positive, x plus 1 whole square, the output will also be positive. X minus 3 whole square, this output will also be going to be positive. Okay, so this whole output will going to be positive. The only thing we have, okay, 2x minus 2. So this means the f prime x sign will only depend on this expression, or if you simplify it further, the expression, the f prime x sign will only depends on x minus 1. So if you take x greater than 1, then your f prime will be positive. This means increasing. So whenever you have x greater than 1, the function is increasing. Okay, so as you can see, okay, so x greater than 1, if you take greater than 1, then function is increasing, but you have to restrict over where? 3, till 3. At minus 1, at 3 and 1, you know the derivative is 0. Okay, at this point derivative is 0. Okay, so this means what you will have, how many intervals? You will have 4 intervals like this. These will be the 4 intervals respectively. Okay, then in these 2 interval, we already know the sign only depends here. So this means interval in which we are getting x greater than 1, we will have my function as increasing, and interval where we are getting our value less than 1, then in those interval I will get my decreasing function. Okay, as you can see. Clear? Okay, I hope that it is clear to you. Let us move next. The 7th problem. Now the 7th problem says that you have to show that y is equals to log of 1 plus x minus 2x by 2 plus x, where x is greater than minus 1 is increasing function of x throughout its domain. So domain is what? Minus open interval minus 1 to infinity. So we have to show that in this domain this given function is what? Increasing. So very easy. Let's see the solution. So the first you have to find the derivative, obviously the first thing. So derivative of this will be, the log part will be 1 by 1 plus x, and this derivative I will be using what concept? The quotient rule concept. This derivative of this, okay, so derivative of this is equals to what? U derivative multiply with v minus v derivative okay, let me just drag it over here. V derivative multiply with u divided by v whole square. Now v is what? Your 2 plus x. V is just what? Your 2 plus x. Okay, now u is your 2x. Now putting everything in this expression, you will get this sort of expression. Now what you will do? Now simplify the numerator. First of all, you will get the 4 plus 2x minus 2x. So 2x will be cancelled. You will have just 4x. Now what? Now you will have, taking the LCM, it will be what? What you will have? So 1 plus x, Okay, 1 plus x, 2 plus x whole square. This will be just 2 plus x whole square minus 4 times of this. So it will become what? Let me just evaluate for you. So 4 4 minus x, 4x. Okay, 4 minus 4x. If you expand this, you will see that 4 will cancel with 4 and x square. So it will be, let me just write it for you, x square plus a square plus b square plus 2ab just means 2x. So you can see that this 4 will be cancelled with this and 2x will give you minus of 2x. So the simplified version you will left with x square minus 2x. Okay, x square. Okay, x square minus what? X square minus 2x. Okay. Okay, so x square minus, you will get what? So let me just, okay, so x square minus 2. So as you can see, okay, sorry, the pencil is not working for now, so don't worry, I'll be just verbally telling you. So as you can see, this will be this, the square of this, the derivative of this will be 2 multiplied with 2x. Now derivative of this 2x, okay, clear? Now this 2x will be multiplied with the derivative of the denominator using this information. Now what is happening now, simplifying will be this 2x and this 2x will be cancelled. You are already having minus there. This means taking what, it will be 2x, 2 plus x whole square. This means 4 plus x square plus 4x. Okay, sorry, 4x, it will be 4x. Okay, now this thing, everything will be cancelled. You only left with, in numerator, you only left with what? Okay, so sorry, so as you can see, this will be 4 plus x square plus 4x. The 4x will be cancelled, 4 will be cancelled. You only left with, in numerator, just this x square. Now in denominator, it must be what? 2 plus x whole square multiply with this also. You must all having this thing also. Clear? Now you know that this is positive, this is positive. The only thing which decides the sign will be this 1 plus x thing, this 1 plus x thing. Okay, so this is not written over here, so please write it. Okay, the pencil is not working, that's why I cannot write. Okay, clear? Okay, so this means this is already positive. You all know the output is positive, but from this you can have the intervals. So what can you say? That whenever x is greater than 1 minus 1 and whenever x is what, the domain, what is our domain? Obviously we are talking about in this domain also. Okay, so this means x is greater than minus 1. So far so good. If x is greater than minus 1, this means this will be positive, f prime will be positive. Okay, this means what? My f is increasing throughout its domain. Okay, clear? So I hope that it is clear to you. Okay, so yes, now it is working. Let me just write it for you, the every step. Okay, so what is happening is that, what is happening, the derivative of this will be 1 plus x. I'll be starting with the first. So now minus, okay, minus, okay, now derivative of the second part will be 2 plus x whole square, sorry, okay, 2 plus x whole square, 2 plus x whole square. Okay, now what? Now 2 plus x will be multiplied with 2 as the derivative of the numerator. That's why it will be 4 plus 2x. Clear? Now minus the 2x will be multiplied with the derivative of the denominator, which will be x, so it will be 2x. So this and this will be cancelled, you only left with this term. So you have now this form, you are having this form. Okay, now what? Now you are having taking LCM, so there must be this extra term over here. Okay, then you can get this x square term. Okay, clear? Okay, why? Because there must be this, I hope that this must be written over here. So let me just write it for you. It will be like this: 2 plus x whole square. Okay, 2 plus x whole square minus 4 minus 4x. Okay, minus 4 minus 4x divided by 1 plus x multiply with 2 plus x whole square. So if you open this square, what you will get, let me just write it over here. So 4 plus a square plus b square plus 2ab means 4x. Now you can directly eliminate your this thing. Okay, clear? You can directly eliminate your 4 and this term, these terms you can directly eliminate, and you are having now in denominator 1 plus x and 2 plus x square, this thing. Okay, clear? Okay, clear? I hope that it is clear to you. Okay, simple. So follow these. Some thing is not present over here. This is not the correct, quite the complete and the correct solution. Okay, this is not the correct solution. Okay, I hope that it is clear. And you know, at this point you can directly say that whenever, as it is already given that your domain is x is greater than minus 1, so put any value from the domain, this will be positive. If this is positive, this means f prime is positive. F prime is positive means increasing function. Okay, clear? So don't see this solution. The solution I have provided it, please prefer that. Okay, so this is it for now. Okay, we will be ending our session here. Okay, we will complete this NCERT exercise 6.2 solutions, the remaining problems, in the upcoming next session. Okay, so thank you all.